I created 14 businesses, all failed. I tried several industries, from e-commerce to app development, even through consulting. Until 2021, every business I built failed. Since 2021, I built 4 businesses. 3 of them are currently running and successful, and the 4th one is in the making. My name is Orkan. I'm a studied Master of Science Industrial Engineer, and today I will share with you guys the things you need to know before starting a business. Please be aware that running a business is really hard, and starting one is even harder. So, on this channel, no shortcuts will be presented to you guys, because we will provide you with some valuable information. And there is no shortcut if you want to go to success. So therefore, just stick around if you want to learn it the right way. My first business I founded in 2016. Back then, I was a Master of Science Industrial Engineering student who was aiming to go to the car industry and working for a big car manufacturer. Right there, I was doing an internship for a car manufacturer who is worldwide known with a global brand. I don't want to mention the brand's name because the experience I made during that internship put me in the position to start my own business. I was focusing on project management, so I was working for their project management department as an intern. But there was one thing which I struggled most, and this was the structure that everyone had while working in that company. What do I want to say with that? Everyone has the same working structure, working from 9 to 5 every day, all day. And from an intern perspective, I had right there, because I was still studying at university, this was one of the main reasons for me that I said, okay, I will go back to university, finish my degree, but always look at the potentials I have to start my own business. My main path was always clear. I wanted to get good grades, to get a good job, and to get a good salary, because that was what I was told. And let's be honest, everyone has their own perspective on some subjects. But for me, it was the right way. Complete university and then start your business, because you will have more experience. That's why I can recommend you guys doing an internship in the fields of your interest. During that internship, it was very clear for me that I cannot maintain the same working structure until I am 70 years of age. So therefore, I was just thinking, what are these people doing every day? They wake up maybe at the same time like me, they work maybe the same pace like me, and they always have the same goals like me. Because in a big company, in a big corporate, you always have skilled people who study their lifelong, most of the time, and are willing to go the extra miles. Every morning at 7:30, I drove to the manufacturing site with 40,000 people at that same time wanting to join the manufacturing site because work was beginning latest at 9. So therefore, everything was packed. And one day I was in traffic and I wondered, is this the right path to go and to stick with? Because with that 40,000 people, although we had different competencies and different job profiles, the conditions were the same. What do I mean by that? You are provided with a clear structure and a clear path, which you then execute as an employee. And for me, it was really clear that I am not willing to go that structure until I was 70. But I also knew that the degree I was doing, which was industrial engineering, is a key to those companies. Because without a degree, you cannot get into those big players. Even if their marketing agencies and their marketing departments will tell you otherwise. Latest in your HR interviews, you will be asked for your skills. And mostly, they want a university degree. And this key is really important because you need it to join these companies in your specified interest fields. As an intern, you are more flexible because you are not bounded into that company structure and you are not dependent on those salaries. So you can go with fresh eyes and do a realistic approach. Will I be able to maintain the same pace and the same structure for 70 years? And I don't want to say that the pace is too high in the industry. It is much more higher if you are running your own business. But there you have total control of the things and actions you do. The most important thing for me was exactly this. I wanted to have total control of the actions I do. But one question you should ask yourself always, It doesn't matter if you are studying, it doesn't matter if you are just working in a regular job. You should ask yourself, if I will quit everything right now I have, am I be able to provide for myself? Am I be able to generate a directly income stream? If the answer is yes, then you can start maybe your own business directly. But for the most people, and this is including me, it was not the case. So I needed that money, even though it was an internship. I needed a specific income, so I could not quit everything I had. And I knew if I get my degree, which is then maybe a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, I have high more income when I start my first job. And this would mean I could save a lot of money and then to think about what businesses I really want to start after I got my degree. This would mean that I could save a lot of more money than regular people because I have a higher educational level. If you just go to the statistics, you will see that an average median of a Master of Science Engineering student is around about $80,000 per year. And if you have just a regular job, it is like $40,000 a year. And therefore, don't get confused if other guys on YouTube will tell you, you don't need a degree, you don't need nothing. Yeah, it is really true. If you don't have nothing, then you cannot earn nothing and you have to buy some overpriced courses for like $50. So I had only one option. This was joining a company and getting a higher payment due to my educational level. Here are 4 real-world lessons I wish I knew before I would fail 14 businesses. First of all, I tried to create several apps because I thought there might be some interest to digital solutions. Well, using the words like thinking and might is not the foundation to start a business, right? You need to analyze. You need to look at the market. What does the market want? And what I am able to provide with my skill set to that market. So you need to create a value and a supply to match those market needs. We will look at these topics further down the line. That was one of the first lessons I learned. I involved friends and student colleagues to join my startups and my ideas because I thought it would be a great combination between friendship and business. But again, I thought. And the second tip I can give you guys, go with skill, not with sympathy. Because skill will push your business more further than any other thing. It is necessary always to trust people who are surrounding you. I don't want to say that you should look on skill only. You should focus on what does the other guy bring to the table in creating a value for the customer base I target. The third one, starting a business is more important than overthinking it. I heard that on several YouTube videos where the most startup gurus will tell you, just start, just do it, you don't need to think that much. Well, it doesn't work like that. Everything needs to have a plan. You need to plan your financials. You need to plan your budget. You need to plan every step you do. There are countless hours of YouTube videos which are telling you start your business directly. They are creating an intrinsic psychological need inside of you and you are unlikely to notice it because our attention span is generated to that video, to that specific content only. And if those people are exaggerating and if those people are showing you something which you never heard before, you think that you are missing something out. But in most of the cases, it is not true. You are not missing anything. You need to take your time and plan your business steps properly just to be able to survive on the market. The business model of those people who are telling you that you need to join their courses and their online tutorials just to push your business even further, in most of the cases, you will not get any value out of that. The main reason is they are selling you soft skills like productiveness, like best practices to do, like how to get customers. But they don't start with the foundation. The foundation is who am I and how can I create businesses that are matching my personal interests. And one thing I want to mention, their business model is to give you a life-changing course if you use their promo code with a 10% discount in their own channel so that you can change your life. Does that sound logical to you guys? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Their business model is totally depending from you. They are telling you something. They are trying to do this intrinsic motivation inside of you just to lead you to the purchasing page of their course. Although I was never that guy who bought these courses, I made one mistake, which is even bigger. I started at the beginning of my career in Amazon FBA business, and I didn't understand anything from contractual stuff to pricing to importing and exporting regulations. I didn't understand this stuff. And then I was 10K down at the age of 24. Because everybody said on the internet, start your business and you will find your way. And this is not true, guys. The only person who is finding their way is those people who are selling you these courses, who are providing you with material, with promo codes. Their business model is totally dependent from your intrinsic motivation, which they give you. I was 10K down and I was furious because I was thinking, dude, what are you doing? You are researching on papers for your university degree. You read so high qualified articles that you are able to focus on specific topics for your university degree, but when it comes to your own life, you are not able to read some reliable sources up front just to wait until you do everything in the right position. And this was my mistake. I started directly. I started without thinking properly. And therefore, I want to make sure, guys, that those people who are listening to this plan wisely, step by step. The intrinsic motivation that those people create inside of you guys is called impulse behavior. It is a normal concept in marketing of products. Therefore, you will have some YouTube videos which are targeted for you guys to do a specific action. That's what they call a click to action. They create this impulse buying behavior just to get money outside of your pocket. And you should know that always. Every one of these people do not care about you if you stick around long term or not. They will just care about you if you are benefiting them on the long run. If you buy it again, if you buy, instead of the course, now a new book which is for experts. So don't do that, guys. Just think, plan. Don't do mistakes other people do. Learn from mistakes of others. And that's why I'm sharing with you guys this stuff. Now that I understood all these principles, we can sum it to 4 tips. The first tip is quantify market needs and do your research properly. Invest time in your planning phase because no one is rushing you. It may seem that those videos are just rushing, are just constantly evolving. This is what they want you to think. But this is not true. No one is rushing. There is no time pressure. Do your time planning properly. Second, keep business and friendship apart. Go with skill. Not only, but focus on skill at the first. If you want to know how to set up and maintain a startup team, click on this video right here. Upfront financial planning. Look at your own resources first before starting thinking about doing some action. Spend your money wisely because you earned it really hard. Don't give it away that easy. And last but not least, the most important and fourth thing is create a market need. So what do I mean by that? I told you guys that I got furious because I started a business right away. I didn't purchase any of these courses, but I started a business because I was hearing to some influential people, who are telling you just start and you will come along. It's not that easy. But the strategy those people do when they talk is that they want to take you inside of a world which is really not existent. They are telling you everybody is rushing, everybody is doing this, everybody is doing that, just to get your attention and to get your impulsive buyer behavior. And this should you create in your product also. You should create an impulsive behavior, but then you should look at how to manage your customers properly and keep them long term around. I believe you can only do that by quality. Only if you have these four aspects, you can think about optimization, like productiveness, like best practices, like how to manage everything in your startup. And guys, please don't let me mention these routines. These routines, morning routines, evening routines, reading thousands books a week. Guys, easy. Plan everything properly, do your planning, start your business, then go for optimization. Because what value does it have for you guys to work consistently, stay up at 4:30 and then doing a whole routine to be more productive when you do not have a goal to work on? When you do not have an idea to start up, or when you have an idea which is not matching you. Not matching you either in your characteristics, not matching you in your personal skills. So these are all the things you need to consider when starting a business, because you are here for the long run. For the short run, everyone is there. Everyone has impulsive buyer behavior. Everyone is buying those courses. That's why maybe you guys started a bunch of Udemy tutorials, a bunch of YouTube tutorials, but the least of you guys put it to the end. And those guys who did it to the end maybe learned a skill, but they learned a skill to maybe be a good employee, but not how to start a business. Yeah, and this is what we will cover on this channel. We will start with you. We will start with a self-assessment. If you want to know how to do a self-assessment properly, so what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, how can you navigate around those weaknesses, you need to watch this video, because in this video we will also cover that your personal interests need to match market needs and market demands. And we have some analytical approach for you guys, which we provided in this video, so make sure to watch it. But please do it only if you're invested here for the long run. With Collectum, guys, we created a social media app which will launch this year also. And launching a technological app is quite difficult because we want to start with a small user base. It's a niche market, it is a niche social media, and then want to scale up. But this journey is quite competitive, and therefore we will share all the insights we have during that with you guys on this channel. So if you are interested, stick around, look around and enjoy. And never forget, just enjoy the process.